Flight number 54 from Tucson is now arriving at gate 21. Flight number 54 from Tucson is now arriving at gate 21. Paging Mr. Howard Franklin. Mr. Howard Franklin.
Congressman William Gardner. Oh, they go together. Don't you agree, Paula?
Now, just slow down a little bit, Kate. Give the lady a chance. Besides, I don't think Paula can really speak for the entire Valley Organization of Women Voters.
You're right. All I can do is recommend that the executive committee meet with Bill.
That's all we're asking.
But when they hear where Bill stands on the issues, there is no doubt what they'll do.
Now, look, I appreciate everyone's enthusiasm, but at this point, I haven't even decided to run.
He's usually very decisive.
That's spoken like a true blue campaign manager.
And if I do decide to run, Frank, you got the job.
If you ever saw him in a courtroom defending an underdog, and it usually is an underdog, then you would see decisive.
Spurstock. Mrs. Spurstock. Forgot your credit card.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome.
I don't know, there's all this talk about campaigns and running. I'm not sure that I can get enough votes to be elected dog catcher.
Oh, we know we have the consumer groups, a lot of the minority voters.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Bill, we're just getting started, and we are going to fill that bucket to overflowing. Oh, excuse me. I've got to check in with my sitter.
Fine.
Yeah, I was just checking in. Yeah, I should be home about 10 o'clock. Uh-huh. Bye.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I couldn't help noticing you were that lawyer fella. Oh, what's his name? I've seen him on TV, his picture in the paper. The good-looking one. Is he your fella?
His name is William Gardner.
Right. That rings a bell. William Gardner.
Everybody finished? Okay. A toast. Oh. To the next representative of the 86th Congressional District.
What are you doing here?
Long time, Billy boy. Oh, I know how I must look. I've really been going through some bad times lately. Well, you could at least say something. You must have figured out something like this when you saw me in that restaurant. At least freshen up the ladies' drink.
How'd you get in?
They say credit cards are good for all kinds of things.
Still gin straight up?
Oh, that's better. I knew you'd remember.
Been a long time.
Yeah, I made a big mistake letting you slip away.
Thought you said you had it with California.
I'm good at making mistakes. Leaving Santa Barbara was one of them. Oh, but you're doing okay, Billy. You got a great layout here. You got all kinds of snazzy-looking friends. That good-looking girl, she yours?
So what brought you back, Dorothy?
You.
Santa Barbara was 10 years ago. You talk like it was yesterday.
Oh, 10 years ago, 100 years ago? I've been moving around from one lousy town to another, hustling to keep on top of the bottom. It's not like it was with you, Billy. Remember when we had those insurance guys doing backflips to pay us off?
We weren't a partnership. It was one lousy case. And your share should have set you up for quite a while.
Well, I blew it. But you know how I am, Billy.
Dorothy, now look. That was all a lifetime ago. You can't just roll in here and expect everything to be the same.
I know. I'm droning on about the past, and what I ought to be doing is talking about the future. Congressman Gardner. Oh, Billy, everything's coming up roses for you, and I'm just too old to keep falling down in front of cars anymore.
How much do you want?
Oh, I could always tip to a gossip rag if it was just money I wanted. What I need is you, Billy.
Now, look, I can get together $4,000 or $5,000. But as for us, it's a thing of the past.
Come on, Billy. I'm not that bad, am I? Come on, it's a big chance for us. It's a chance for us to get on top, to go all the way this time.
Dorothy, I stopped making compromises a long time ago. The past is past, no matter what.
You mean Billy Gardner finally gets a shot at the big brass ring, and he lets it all go down the tube? Come on, Billy, I know you.
You do? Well, I think you should just let the story out. I'll take my chances.
What chances? I let that story out, and you ain't even a lawyer anymore. Never mind running for Congress. Oh, Billy. Underneath, I'm still as good as I always was. Oh, and underneath, you're still the same old Billy boy. Well, I'm back to say, baby, I'm on the big merry-go-round with you for the whole ride.
Look, Dorothy, I'm sorry. Now, look, after the election, we got a chance.
Oh,
we can...
save your con for the voters, Billy. Oh, I really can't. I'm really feeling wasted. You need time to think things over, and everything will look better in the morning. Even me. Oh. I'll leave the door unlocked.
Hello.
Bill, it's Kate. Hope I didn't call too late, but I just heard from Paula Simon.
Well, that's pretty quick.
Well, you got her so excited that she called the ladies of her executive committee and set up a meeting with you for day after tomorrow.
Well, that's great. It's just great.
You're on your way, Bill. You're really gonna make it.
No, we're gonna make it, Kate. Together.
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bill Gardner. Many of you are probably asking yourselves, why should I vote for Bill Gardner? Who is he? What is he? Well, best answer, the only answer I can give is the old cliche, look at the record. Although this will be my first venture into public life, I have been pretty busy these last 10 years representing the public interest in a variety of ways. I have accomplished a few things I'm proud of, and I intend to expose my entire record to the bright glare of public scrutiny. I am here to ask your support for my candidacy as the representative to the Congress of the United States from the 86th District. I ask you for one reason only, to give me the chance to bring the House of
Why,
like I said, Sergeant. It was locked up tight, full of carbon monoxide. Almost knocked me down when I broke the glass.
Was she parked there when you got here?
Yes. Her car was in the front of the line there, and I had 6 cars parked at the curb waiting for me to open. Well, I'll tell you, it was a bummer. What a way to start the day.
Or finish one.
Well, if you're working for Gardner, you certainly can't write about him, or his potential opponents either.
Oh, Josh, I understand that. And my job here comes first always. But listen, you're an old poker-playing crony of Sam O'Connor's, aren't you?
Well, much like that word old, but what about it?
Well, he is the biggest man in the party. I mean, he is the key to Bill Gardner getting the nomination. And I just thought, well, you don't suppose you could, put in a word?
Kate, he's your candidate. He's no man on a white horse to me.
Josh, all I want them to do is meet, talk. Couldn't you arrange that, oh, most beautiful and generous man?
I suppose I could try, since you find him such an attractive candidate. Sally Advocate, Alden. Oh, hello, Mike. Oh? Where? Yeah. Okay, thanks, Mike. Another tragedy on those blasted gas lines.
Guess who is going to cover it?
And really cover it. Enough stories like that. Maybe people will stop acting like animals on those gas lines.
I know her from somewhere. Yes, I spoke to her last night in the ladies' room of a restaurant. Or rather, she spoke to me. She'd had plenty to drink.
Gin?
Yeah, it smelled like gin.
That's the lady.
What else have you got on her?
Did you see? Be careful of the glass.
All right, all right, all right.
south of 5 Street and 56 parking lot.
20 gallons of gas yesterday, and she's back in line this morning. You don't think that's a little odd?
Kate, the woman's from out of town. She's driving a gas guzzler. She could have gone to Disneyland for all we know.
But I mean, it's a brand new car. What could have made a hole in the exhaust pipe?
Maybe it bottomed out. Tire could have thrown a rock. The hole is right up front by the engine.
So, ignition and air conditioner on. And you figure the motor was idling, and the air conditioner fan kept sucking up the exhaust fumes into the car.
It could be the gin that put her to sleep before the carbon monoxide did permanently.
Does this sort of thing happen often?
There was a couple of cases last week in the East. Also people waiting in gas lines. It's not supposed to happen, but with the windows closed, if there's a leak in the exhaust system, she could have been sitting there for hours breathing in the stuff.
What are your priorities?
Well, the environment, zoning, schools, these are all in the first position as far as I'm concerned.
Alive? Thelma Burstock is alive?
Alive and kicking. Back in Baltimore, Maryland. Apparently, her wallet was lifted from her purse at the airport, and she didn't discover it till after the plane took off.
So the woman who died in the car was a pickpocket?
You can make book on it. She pasted her own picture over Mrs. Burstock's.
Well, do you have any idea who she is?
No, but we're running a check on her prints now.
Okay, thanks, Mike. I'll drop by as soon as I'm finished here.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
We have to upgrade our schools. We have to shake the public consciousness into the realization that we're shortchanging our most valuable asset, which is, of course, our children.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Gardner.
Well, thank you. The pleasure was mine. Well, what did you think?
From what I could hear and see, you dazzled the ladies. I admit I was a little preoccupied, but I do still have a paying job to take care of. You know that woman who died waiting in a gas line yesterday?
Well, I read your story.
She was a pickpocket. Can you believe it? She rented that car with a stolen credit card, was using a stolen driver's license.
Really?
Now, the really weird thing is I saw her in the restaurant the other night.
Oh, this is why the lady didn't want to be made. Dorothy Hunt. Last address, Detroit, Michigan. She's got a bunker list as long as the encyclopedia.
Oh, what?
Let's see, all cons, accident insurance frauds. New York, Detroit, Chicago.
Hey, wait a minute.
Calgary, St. Louis.
Sounds like she came out here to open up a West Coast franchise.
No, she's been here before. Santa Barbara. March 1970. She came away clean on that one. Not bad either. 20,000 big ones.
But listen, with her background, isn't it possible that her death could have been caused?
Well, it's still an accident officially, but the case is open. We're investigating. This lady's taken a lot of falls.
The Valley Organization of Women Voters has decided to endorse... Excuse me, let me start again, please. The Valley Organization of Women Voters has decided to endorse William Gardner in his bid for the congressional seat representing the 86th District. The Valley Organization
Josh did it.
of Women
Sam
Voters
O'Connor
has
agreed to meet
decided
with you tomorrow afternoon.
in a bid for the seat representing the
Well, now I gotta bone up on the old curmudgeon and find out what his likes and dislikes are.
He could deliver a lot of the male voters. And I know you're going to be an irresistible candidate for the women. I mean, you're attractive, single. You know, that's something we're going to have to deal with in this campaign.
What is?
How come Bill Gardner isn't married?
Too busy battling the forces of evil.
Oh.
What about you? What happened?
Oh, nothing very dramatic. He was Mr. Right for a long time, and then his career got in the way, traveling all over the world. I took my job just to fill in the time at first, and then, well, we were going in different directions. A divorce just seemed logical.
But you're still good friends.
Fortunately for our daughter, we are. Listen, it's 4:30 tomorrow at O'Connor's office. I should be back in plenty of time. There's still a shiny spot on your nose.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I have to drive up to Santa Barbara first thing in the morning.
What's up there?
It's a story I'm working on. I'm digging into background on the woman who died in the gas line.
Why, is she from Santa Barbara?
From a lot of places. She was a lady of multiple talents. Pickpocket, con games, fake insurance claims. You name it, she did it. And some of it in Santa Barbara in 1970.
Excuse me, Kate. Ready when you are, Bill. Okay?
Remember to smile. You're on television.
You're gonna love this, Bill. One more time, all right? Paul, I like the introduction. Are you ready for one more?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Valley Organization of Women Voters has decided to endorse William Gardner in his bid for the congressional seat representing the 86th District.
March 1970. Okay, March 11th, 1970. Dorothy Hunt. Okay. The case came before Judge William Etra. The defendant was a Mr. Mark Lisson. Dorothy Hunt was the plaintiff. Whiplash. Another one of those. They settled out of court for $20,000.
Is that all?
Oh, what do you want, miss? A movie version?
Well, she must have had witnesses, doctors, something to support her case.
11. No witnesses. There was a doctor, of course, Felix Swimmer. That's it, except for a lawyer, William Gardner. No, that's a Gardner, Gardner, William Gardner.
Excuse me, may I look?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mike.
Look like you lost your best friend.
Something like that. You know that phony accident case up in Santa Barbara 10 years ago?
Yeah, what about it?
The lady's attorney was Bill Gardner.
Oh. So Prince Charming is human after all, huh?
Mike, you know, I'm really not in the mood.
Hey, I'm sorry. But we only assume that the accident was a phony based on the woman's record. Lawyers defend all kinds of people. It's their job.
I suppose, but... What about her being in the restaurant where Bill and I had dinner the other night? Is that a coincidence?
Could be.
Oh, well. I just wanted to let you know.
Kate. We are still trying to establish when she may have gotten in town and who she may have seen before she died, so on.
The hole in the car's exhaust pipe, you know? Could it possibly have been made on purpose?
You jump to conclusions. Give the man a break. Ask him about it.
I intend to.
Kate, come on in. Hold my calls, honey.
Yes, sir. Labor Relations, Sam O'Connor's office.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. O'Connor.
Likewise, Kate, likewise. Come on in and sit down.
Thank you.
Josh tells me that you think that your man has a big future in politics.
Well, a lot of people seem to think he's the kind of man we need.
Well, you don't seem very enthusiastic. Yeah.
Mr. Gardner's here.
Okay, send him in.
Sorry I'm late. Got tied up in a meeting. Hi, Kate. Mr. O'Connor? Well, did Kate tell you that the Valley Organization of Women has decided to back my candidacy?
That's a very nice entrance line, Gardner, but I'm not impressed. I make my own decisions. Sit down. You know, I'm seeing you as a favor to an old friend. But I don't back anybody except as a favor to the people that I represent.
Mr. O'Connor, with your backing, I'm certain that I can win the nomination and the election.
You probably could. You know, the stuff that you told the Valley women about the environment and the ERA and the schools, that doesn't cut any ice with me. What about the people that make up the bulk of our party's vote?
The blue collars. We have about 80,000 in our district.
Every one of those working stiff wants a clean environment, right? Everybody wants it until it affects their jobs.
I think we can have both.
It's very easy to say, Mr. Gardner, but what are your top priorities?
The working man. Everything else is secondary. I believe that what is good for them is good for the country.
Is that what you told the Valley women?
We didn't get into it.
I didn't think you would.
No.
You guys tell every group what they want to hear. But if you get the nomination, you can't talk out of both sides of your mouth.
Mr. O'Connor, if you were in my place, what would you have said to the Valley Organization of Women?
Okay. Okay. What I want to know is what you really believe, Gardner.
Well, I think it's clear that wage increases are insufficient. The working man needs better medical benefits, including eye and dental care.
At least I know somebody's reading my press releases. Yeah, I guess you're ready to play ball with us. I'll see about that. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Kate, I have to go. Paula set up an interview with some magazine people.
Bill, I really have to speak to you.
Well, I should be back in the house in about an hour.
Bill, listen, it's really important.
Look, why don't we have a nice, quiet dinner together? Just the two of us. Okay? Thank you again.
Frank. What's going on?
Setting up headquarters.
Here.
It may be a little inconvenient, but Bill feels it's good for his image.
Where is Bill?
Inside, somewhere. It's chaos.
Okay.
Oh, wait, easy with those typewriters. Hi, Kate, hello. Hi.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yeah, get out of the line of fire. Look, there's peace in the backyard. I think.
Yeah, could you move that on that side over there in the corner, please? Thank you.
This place is a madhouse. Take my advice, never run for office. So what's up?
It's about that woman who died in the gas line, Bill. Her name was Dorothy Hunt.
Telephone equipment's here, Mr. Gardner.
Yeah, whatever the arrangements are, just go ahead. It's a waste. People dying waiting for gas. And now the government is pressuring us to expand our nuclear energy program. I mean, there was enough fallout from that test.
I'm sorry, Bill, about the tapes. You want copies for the local stations?
Frank, whatever you think is best, go ahead. It's becoming very complicated. I may give this up and become a shepherd.
According to the records in Santa Barbara, she was there about the same time you were.
Oh, really?
I was wondering if you knew her.
It was 10 years ago.
You defended her in a personal injury case.
Bill, I'm sorry. I need you.
This shepherd idea is beginning to look very good.
I need you, buddy.
I know. Just, Frank.
Excuse me, lady, but rent these things. We don't sell them.
This is the car that was involved in the gas line death, isn't it?
Who are you?
Oh, Lord, I am sorry. I'm a reporter for the Valley Advocate.
Look, miss, for 2 days, I've had cops crawling through the floorboards. You ever eat lunch with a cop? Forget it. Let's just say this car is giving me gas pains.
The police think maybe this car bottomed out. But I don't think that hole was caused accidentally.
Lady, I'd love to find out what happened to this car.
Can you show me the paperwork on the transaction with Dorothy Hunt?
I don't think I can afford the publicity.
Oh, I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Okay, as long as you keep me and the agency out of it.
No, you're a great guy.
Ah, here it is. Here it is. She got the car with about 1/4 of a tank of gas in it.
And then put 20 gallons in it.
No, it's impossible.
Why?
Because she picked it up with a mileage of 10,479. Police found it empty at 10,507. That's 28 miles. What happened to your 20 gallons?
Well, I suppose if she idled all night with the air conditioner on.
That wouldn't take 20 gallons. The most she could have burned is maybe 5 gallons. But the car would have overheated before that. She couldn't have idled more than an hour, hour and a half tops.
Well, then what happened to the 20 gallons?
For your 20 gallons, lady, you figure it out.
What's this all about?
You said the hole in that car's exhaust could have been made on purpose, yes?
Could have.
The day Dorothy Hunt rented the car, she put 20 gallons of gas in it. We saw the receipt. Do you remember?
Wait, does this have something to do with the hole?
After she rented the car at the airport, she went and got some gasoline. And then she drove to the restaurant where I saw her. Now, from the airport to the restaurant to Bill Gardner's house and the gas station measures exactly 28 miles, the distance she traveled.
Gardner's house?
That's the way it figures.
Kate, you're jumping to conclusions again. She could have gone anywhere.
That's fine. Why don't you tell me what happened to a tank full of gas?
No, I'm sure you're going to tell me.
The only possible explanation is that he siphoned it out somewhere to make it look like she needed gas.
Then he put a hole in the exhaust system to make her death look like an accident, right?
Mike, that is the way it had to happen.
Gardner and that woman. Why?
A ghost from his past, I think. To haunt him. To ruin him. Blackmail, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, he lied about knowing her. And she made believe she didn't know who he was when she saw me in that restaurant.
Aren't you overreacting, Kate? You went overboard on him, and now that you found out he's only human, you're taking it as a personal affront.
Oh, Josh, come on. Do you think I want him to be a murderer?
Well, I can't go to the DA on what you've given me, but I'm sure as hell gonna look into this. If we can prove that he did siphon out the gasoline, it'll go a long ways. I have to run.
Mike. Thanks.
Katie, you know what this is? My editorial supporting Gardner. I'll put it on hold.
Hello? No, she isn't back yet. This is Mrs. Barish, the babysitter.
Will she be in soon?
Oh, I expect her any time now.
Good. This is Sam O'Connor calling. And I'd...
O'Connell.
O'Connor.
Oh, O'Connor.
Right. Would you give her a message, please? Would you ask her to call me at 555-2470? But now I'm going to be leaving very shortly. And if there's no answer here, would you ask her, please, to meet me at the Shrine Auditorium? Then please tell her it's very important. So if she can't reach me here, I'll be waiting for her there.
If you're not at this number, you'll be at the Shrine Auditorium.
Fine. Thank you very much, Mrs. Parrish.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
call from a Sam O'Connor.
Sam O'Connor? How long ago?
Oh, 10, 15 minutes maybe. The number's on the pad.
Thank you.
Well, he's probably gone because he said he could only wait there 15 minutes.
Shrine?
Uh-huh.
You sure he said the Shrine Auditorium?
Yes, he said he'd wait there for you.
Mrs. Parrish, could you stay a little while longer? Just another hour or so?
Sure. They got the same TV shows on your set as they have on mine.
Sergeant Verrett, please. Oh. Could I leave a message? Yes. Would you tell him that Kate called? Right. It's Kate. Would you tell him that I found the proof he wanted? Yes, he'll know what I mean. I'll be back as soon as I can.
What are you doing here?
I had an urgent call from Sam O'Connor to meet him here.
O'Connor's pretty cute. I guess he wanted to spring it on you himself.
Spring what? Where is he?
Come on. You ever been here before?
Yes, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I took my daughter to the Bolshoi Ballet.
Holds over 6,000 people. It's one of the largest auditoriums in the entire world. Do you know what other kinds of events are held here?
Conventions, I guess, political rallies.
That's right.
I see. That's the surprise.
Sam O'Connor is backing me all the way.
Where is Sam O'Connor?
He's backstage making a phone call. Come on. Come on.
I want to show you the size of this place from up there. Look at the balcony holds 3,000 alone. It's incredible. It's huge.
The Shrine Auditorium? What for?
I don't know, Sergeant. She got a call from a Mr. Sam O'Connor before she got...
Sam O'Connor? Are you sure?
Uh-huh. Sam O'Connor.
Okay, Mrs. Parrish. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Valley Advocate Holden. Oh, Mike. A phone number for Sam O'Connor. I ought to have it here somewhere.
What do you think? What's the matter? What's wrong?
A lot of things. Beginning with Dorothy Hunt.
You mean Santa Barbara? I admit I didn't tell you the whole truth about that. That was a shock when you mentioned it, and I tried to cover myself. It was a stupid thing to do, but I haven't changed. I still believe the same things. I'm the same person I was yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure you're the same man you were 10 years ago in Santa Barbara.
Dorothy was a mistake. I was graduating from law school, and I was in debt for my tuition.
So that justifies it?
At the time, yes. And then I went and I took the money and I built a free legal clinic.
Now, am I going to have to blow an important career because of one lousy mistake?
One lousy mistake? Bill, for God's sake, I know you killed her.
Now, you're talking nonsense. You don't understand about Dorothy. She was a drunk. She was a con artist.
She was expendable to the career of William Gardner. Sam O'Connor isn't here, is he?
No. I called you. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted you to see this so you would realize there was...
Did you really think I could forget what you did?
Now, look, it's not just for me. It's for the people I'm going to represent. Now, it's true what I said about O'Connor's backing. All this, what do you want to throw it away?
You threw it away when you killed Dorothy. No. I think you threw it away a long time ago.
Kate! Kate! You can't get out of here. Now, I'm not going to let you ruin anything for me because I'm too close. Don't make me do something I don't want to do. There's too much at stake for me, for everybody. Now, we are all slowly being killed by poison air and poison soil, and our nation is being strangled at the hands of corrupt and incompetent politicians, and it's got to be stopped now. Now, I can make the difference. Now, why is that going to go all the way down the drain because of one lousy drunk? Now, don't make me do it, Kate. Don't make me kill you, too.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Make one move, Gardner will fire!
It's okay. It's okay.
Next on A&E, the story of Swedish Queen Christina, who renounced her throne and fell in love with her confessor. Liv Ullmann stars in The Abdication.